Yo. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Headset check. Working. Ugh. Brain not check. Not working. I'm fucking tired. Man. I was so close. I just started, man. I was a little bit late. Usually I only take 15 minutes. This time I took, what, 18? I was a little late. Yo, Concho. Yeah, sorry I was a little late. Oh, I was so close to playing RimWorld. Not gonna lie. Oh. All right, let's see. What are we looking at? 1 hour, plenty of time. Which boss? When is this? 38, plenty of time. Which boss is it? East. East in the ice it is.
Let's go.
Do 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 do. Man, there's this song that they're using in a lot of shorts right now. Like there's two fucking what's it called? Two trends or whatever that keeps popping up on my feed. One is the last stand, whatever, they show something of a guy or some guys that just make a last desperate stand against either a bunch more or some monster or something, and then the caption is something like women, I hope to die in my bed when I'm old, whereas men is like, and then the video, right? That's one of them. Another one is some sort of, usually it's anime, and it's somebody just beating some other character senseless, and it's the song, and it sounds like it's such a banger, but it just fizzles out into nothing when it's supposed to do the job, so it sort of just ruins itself. And I have that stuck. Oh, no, no, no. Woo! Playing well? I almost just got myself killed from not paying attention. Also, I've barely played enough for you to be able to say that. We just got here. And this proves no challenge. What now? I should look for Realm Walkers, but I see PA. Did we? No, we didn't. Should we do a pit just to quickly open up, or just to finish the whisper? Probably. Okay, we're running low on armor pots. I should probably make some offensive one, but kind of CBA. We'll just go. Let's pop this, and this. What was it 85 we got to? Question mark? I think so. I think glyphs are at the 82-ish, 81-ish mark. Yeah. We're reaching the limit here. Nah, I mean, sorry. We can go higher than this. It's just then all of a sudden we're looking at a progress or like a push situation. This should still be like a 5-ish minute run. Just been a little unlucky with getting knocked out and getting a getting one of those shield mobs or whatever they're called. Basically stuck inside of a... Yeah, like here when it's hidden, it's like so hard for this build to kill it. I think we'll do a reset here just because it feels a little iffy. Let's get some big rolls on that Fist of Fate game. What's in here? Oh, just a bunch of mobs. Oh, the bandits are pretty bad, right? Like, they're bad for this build at least. I'm not sure if they're also just... I think bandits and wolves are the ones where it's like, oh, this is going to be a bad pit, actually. I wonder if they have more HP. Because it definitely feels like it. It might just be because the wolves are getting invisible every once in a while. Oh, maybe we should watch some reactions from the mid-season campfire thing. I'm sure there's going to be people who have something to say. Honestly, if they expected anything other than what they said, I feel like they're sort of it was exactly what you'd expect, yeah. At least in my opinion it was. They ended up doing exactly what I've been saying they would. I have been saying they should nerf Paragon, and they said they aren't even considering it. So it's like they sounded like they think it's a good idea to have it like this, which is insane to me. But it did sound like ancestral legendaries are dropping a little bit too rarely. There were some things that they were talking about with ancestral legendaries. It's mostly with the codex, but they did say something in the beginning that led me to believe they're gonna change this a little bit. I guess Rika and Rags, maybe Dot Microtransaction has like a go over. You could watch them, see what they say. It's already CC, Jesus. We did not get a lot of damage out in that phase. Okay, so we got it about halfway. And now it's about to be CC immune, essentially. Oh my lord, we're not doing any damage. Have I fucked the... Don't think I fucked it. Just seems like I did. Okay.
I think that's it.
Oh, the Valheim shit is still going. Oh yeah, I remember correctly. Let's go. Ooh, we got a little lucky here. Damage to crowd controlled. Stun grenade damage. I wonder if... Let's see. Okay, so... Channeling knife. Each knife deals 1,000,000 damage. Let's see if it goes up. Well, that was kind of hard to see when it swapped. I don't fucking know. Okay. Let's see if we can find... There's likely one from Riker. Right?
Hey folks, this is Riker, and we just
Yeah, there's one there. Let's see. I'm sure Rax has one as well. Let's see. Yeah, there we are.
Let me do an update.
Okay. And then let's see. Does the microtransaction have one? No, he has something with drama. What? Am I missing something? The fuck is the... What? Okay, let's watch the drama one. See what that is about. I'm curious. Let me just get things set up. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see what he has to say.
You know, I've been spending the day thinking about this. I was reading comments from both my fellow content creators, videos on this topic, from Reddit, from live streams, and there's a whole lot of bummed out people in related to what happened today. And I'm gonna kind of break it down because I think Blizzard continues to make the same mistake over and over and over again. So what actually...
Wait, is this in relation to the campfire chat? They keep making the same mistake over and over and over again regarding the campfire chat. What did they do there?
Don't ruin all that work.
What mistake did they make in that again? I mean, you can argue they didn't really do much of anything. Is that the mistake? Guess we'll see.
happened and why is there drama again? Recently, Blizzard launched the Diablo 4 expansion and Season 6. Now, this was the Vessel of Hatred expansion, which was actually pretty well received by most people. If we're being fair, there was some feedback, criticisms from myself included around the campaign not really having the best writing, having kind of a bad cliffhanger and being a little bit maybe short. So the campaign was kind of like, it was a point of feedback people didn't really
You think
like.
it was
But
short?
most
It was
people
shit.
really enjoyed the new class Spiritborn. There's some bug issues we'll talk about in just a moment. It's actually part of the discussion today, as well as the Dark Citadel was arguably the best piece of content they've added into the game. It's actually the most fun I've had in the game since Season 0's Lilith Kill. So
What?
with the launch of the expansion,
How?
it would be fair to say
How the hell do you have
was
fun in
feeling
there? It
pretty
just
good
dies.
about the game for at least the first couple weeks while everyone absorbs the new content. Now, this isn't exactly new to Diablo 4's PR or the way that happens. When the new season comes out, people will typically enjoy the season for a week or two, then we start seeing criticisms, but this is exacerbated in some of the seasons. For instance, Season 2 came out and it was really well received. Had good pacing, had a cool power mechanic with the whole blood vampire sort of theme. You had this new Helltide kind of style as before they fixed the Helltides. It was really well received. And Season 3, probably the worst received season of all time. So you kind of get this whiplash effect. So fast forward to Season 6. We get a somewhat similar effect. You can see on Twitter here, they're constantly talking about, hey, campfire chat's coming, campfire chat, campfire chat, campfire chat. Scroll all the way down here, even down here, campfire chat is coming, etc. I'll let you know what's going on. Balance, tweets, updates, and more straight from the Diablo 4 dev. Now, it's fair to say that in this campfire chat, there is at least one thing that absolutely must be discussed, which is the hilarious balance of the current new class Spiritborn. You can type in Spiritborn Trillion and you can see videos that are months old. They are hitting literally quintillions now, just tons and tons of damage. We've talked about this many times in videos beforehand, but they had already stated that they're not going to do nerfs mid-season. The only stuff that they're actually going to be doing is fixing any bugs or
Dude, is this video lagging a bit?
builds that might be crashing servers and related to player experience, but they don't actually nerf mid-season. So we all kind of knew that, okay, well, Spiritborn's going to last until Season 7. There's actually an interesting poll that he put up, Ferguson here, that he said, you guys want us to fix the Spiritborn or leave it as is? And even in his Twitter poll, for instance, 63% voted just leave it. They were also kind of put in a difficult position, if we're being fair. Like, they just launched a new class. People basically had to pay for the new class. They put all this time into gear, and you really had to have, like, specific niche gear to make all these bugs work, etc. Because they are bug builds in order to do the tons of damage. So they kind of can't, like, gut it, even though it's not a nerf, it's a bug fix. It would still kind of feel bad. So their hands are kind of tied on this matter, and because of their previous promises, we all basically knew Spiritborn isn't really getting fixed until Season 7. You're going to notice this entire conversation. This is what I want to focus on, because this is sort of the point of the video I'm trying to make here. This entire conversation we've had so far is about fixing a previous update. In fact, if we look real quick, here's the mid-season campfire chat. If we scroll through the timestamps, intro starts at 30 minutes, intro, learning since launch, current state of the game, and then class balance and system updates, which is all sort of the buffs to the other classes because they're not really balanced currently at the moment, and talk.
So this is just about the Spiritborn being problematic, or? Let me just see if it's... Give me a second, sorry. I wonder if it's... Are you tired? Is it my PC? I have had this issue before. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't in the... Okay. And we just got ads, okay. Right. That is not something we want. Whoops. Wait, really? Okay.
Talking about the fixes, etc., for the Spiritborn is up until 57 minutes. This is a 30-minute chat, which means at the end there's only 2 minutes talking about the new content that's coming, which is actually a rerun of the previous mid-season Blight. So there's actually no announcements for anything new other than just some patch notes. And I'm not going to hate on the balance changes. We need those balance changes. Me as a druid, I like seeing that my tornado is getting a new multiplier. I like these things, but it's always retroactively looking back and saying, okay, we have a problem here. How do we fix it? And then the problem fix is being sold as the new content or things to look forward to. I think this is not very good marketing or sales pitch, but we're trying to keep hype around a game that is going off of the back of a pretty decent expansion. You should be out there announcing there's new content coming. We have a new boss, the Priestess of Hatred from the campaign's coming back. Maybe they're taking Mephisto and you actually get to fight Mephisto instead of selling another expansion for it. They say, you know what? Mephisto himself, you're actually going to fight him. He's coming season 7. This is a comment off Rudy Joe's. Look at this. This campfire could have been an email. I mean, basically. And unfortunately, if you read the comments, like this is on his video, most of these comments are extremely negative. But if we look at the comments on Rax's video, for instance, I mean, he's a...
That's completely out of the scope of the mid-season patch, though. So, is the argument here that they shouldn't do the mid-season campfire chat then? Because no, they shouldn't announce a new boss. They shouldn't announce a new content for the mid-season. Dude, that's when it's dead, bro. Like, the ones playing Diablo now are playing it for good. You save all that shit for the season 7 thing. Isn't that what's coming next week? If you expected stuff like that, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
Pretty positive fellow out there making content. People seem to like Rex. All of the comments here are very negative pretty much. Well, it's like, yeah, this is kind of like nothing new, nothing fun, nothing exciting. Hey, how about Riker's video? Campfire suggested they just wanted to move to season 7. Season 6 equals dead. My argument is not that the game is suddenly trash like a day after because they just announced like nothing really hype in the campfire chat. It's still the same state. I actually think season 6 and the expansion are still pretty fun. It's that the perception from the people that have continued to play the game since either the beginning of the game's launch itself or from season 6 are now looking forward to what's going to be coming in season 7, and more or less the announcement of season 7 is fixing our oopsie daisies in season 6. Maybe we'll have an armory. It's going to be season 7, season of the armory will probably end up being the theme. Isn't really like the best sales pitch to keep those players in the game here in season 6. Everyone's just going to dust off their hands and say, all right, looks like we're done, and we'll check out season 7. And that could literally be the plan. I mean, it is an ARPG of this season, though. It could be like, hey, we're done. Season 6 was a hit. The expansion did pretty well. Let's call it a day, boys. We'll see you in season 7. Nothing's really coming to the game other than we're rerunning an event. And if that's how you want to play it, well, fair.
What do you guys think that was the announcement of season 7? I mean, I'm all for giving Blizzard shit. I'm all for it. But if it's that level of stupidity that you apply to it, then Blizzard has no chance. I'm just saying. It was the mid-season patch. It's not the season 7 patch. The campfire was about the mid-season patch. How are you expecting season 7 announcements? Am I missing something? It's the mid-season patch. It is not the season 7 patch. They're gonna talk about that next week, I think. Next week's the PTR. I think they said they'd have more.
enough, it's not my game. That is a decision that can be made. But I can tell you that I see from the people in my chat, from the comments that I'm seeing on people's videos, we can even pull up Reddit saying could have been an email vibe. I thought this one was pretty funny. An hour-long stream to announce the actual stream happening next week. What the fuck? This thread is a guy doing a summary, then this person just says summary disappointing. Scroll down here, useless, redundant, campfire chat, absolutely nothing beyond just wait till the next season. So, I mean, you can kind of see, why did he even have to chat a whole bunch of, oh boy, we can't tell you what we're working on, but we can tell you until the next chat. It's almost like the expansion. This is the expansion to announce that Mephisto is coming in the next expansion. This was the campfire chat to announce that a campfire chat is coming. But again, I actually like the transparency and communication. I don't think that's as big of a deal. But this comment is right here is exactly what I'm talking about. Season 7 is shaping up to look like another season of balance changes and zero depth added to the game. Why would you balance a season as big as DOH is supposed to be around bugs? So do you see the perception that happens from gentlemen like this man, where he's excited by the game, he's playing the game, he's on the Reddit, for God's sake, almost 2 years after the game's already been out, he's still on the Reddit using the Reddit.
I don't get
so he's obviously a player of the game, and his perception is Season 7 is just shaping up to be a season of balance changes. So best case scenario, this is
Like, am I stupid? Or are people stupid? It was the campfire chat for the mid-season patch. Why are we worried about what the campfire for the mid-season patch said about Season 7? Am I missing something? The campfire chat addressed, we're gonna buff these classes a bit up because we want them a bit higher. We're gonna prep them for what's coming in the next season, right? Okay, so they're making balance changes for a season. Ooh, big surprise. And we're not nerfing Spiritborn because people put hours into it. Like, the Spiritborn was the thing that needed to be addressed. They talked about the problems people have been having with materials, and they said they're gonna tweak it like small bits at a time, right? And they're monitoring it. Like, what else would you want to address? I don't understand this whole, like, it's the mid-season thing. It's not the Season 7. Why are we just creating, are we content farming? Is that what we're doing? Are we just drumming up the drama? Like are we just drumming up the drama for views? Is that what's happening? Or are people just stupid? I'm not saying specifically DM here. He's looking at comments, right? But I don't know, man. This sounds dumb. It's not supposed to be the Season 7 stuff. I don't even want to defend Blizzard. I would like to pile on with a lot of the bad decisions they're making, but here I'm out of the loop.
It's all wrong. Everyone's disappointment here will be in vain because the next campfire chat, when they come out, is like, hey, we couldn't talk about it yet because we didn't know if we could get it done in time. Season 7, new pinnacle boss, Mephisto fights actually coming. We have new events, new unique items, maybe a new mythic. We've added a crafting layer. You know, real, juicy, meaty content. So I would like to see in Season 7 a power-based mechanic like we had in Season 2, even though I didn't like Season 3, we had this in Season 3 as well.
I mean, it's a fair criticism that the last season has been a little bit bland.
Something that we already have in the game. Basically, it can be summed up in this. This is just a patch. The announcement is literally just a small patch saying that they're going to fix a bug later. There's some thoughts to some of the classes. Nothing really new is coming. I do think deflating the hype is something that they've continually done since the beginning of the game and is the most classic Blizzard mistake of Diablo. Season 0 or Season 1 launches, nerf all the armor stats into the ground. Season 2 comes out, people are feeling pretty good. Season 3, deliver the vaults, and everyone fucking hates them, so they have to fix and buff them. We do this roller coaster of good thing, disappointment. Good thing, disappointment. Fix the disappointment. People are excited by the fix. Disappointment again. Fix it. Now it's kind of in a good state. But we never have like 2 in a row.
How are you disappointed that the mid-season patch, or campfire chat, talked about the mid-season patch? and not season 7? Am I feel like I must be stupid. There must be something I'm missing. How can you be disappointed that the campfire for the mid-season patch talks about the mid-season patch and not the next season's patch? When they announced what it was and they addressed the things, I don't think there's anything they didn't address. I didn't agree with what they said about the Paragon stuff, but they did address it.
Of something really good,
Oh.
and then they just double down and they hit it out of the park. Bases are loaded, which is the scenario here. It's like, hey guys, you had a pretty good expansion, mostly well received, good content. You've been doing better communication lately. I was happy to be able to come up and say, you know what, I quite like these updates. I had a good time. It was probably the most enjoyable that I have had in Diablo 4. And then 2 weeks before Path of Exile 2, you just kind of announced we have nothing coming. Like, it's just not really a smart move. Your competitor is releasing a major game. People are going to, you announce nothing's coming. People are just going to play your competitor's game for a while. And then Season 7, if it's a whole nothing burger, they're going to continue to play the competitor's game. Season 7, I'm talking the seasonal mechanic should be quite good. Because if you remember Season 6, it's basically the seasonal reputation node system here. And the bonus, the seasonal mechanic, was the Realm Walkers. Well, the Realm Walkers were up there with Season 3 in terms of boarding season mechanics. You're literally doing escort missions to the Realm Walkers. The rewards were kind of cool. Everyone liked the Opals, but the only reason Season 6 didn't actually get flamed was because the expansion had rumors and new class, mercenaries, and new campaigns. Everyone was busy with the expansion. Make no mistake, Season 6 was a miss in terms of the actual mechanic. So Season...
Yeah, I mean, Season 6, Season 5, and Season 4, I think, have all been bad, right? But it's because they've been overhauling the items, they've been overhauling the progression system, and there's an expansion coming out, right? So it's more they went light, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but there was enough new shit to make it fresh that it quote unquote didn't need a seasonal theme. Not that I think it shouldn't have had. I would have liked to see it, but in that sense it makes sense, right? But if they think that these things are good for good seasons, then yeah, it's a problem. I need to see what he said again before, because I'm baffled by what he said.
And the bonus, the seasonal mechanic, was the Realm Walkers. Kind of announced we have nothing coming.
This
the scenario here, it's like, hey guys, you had a pretty good expansion, mostly well received. Good content. You've been doing better communication lately. I was happy to be able to come up and say, you know what, I quite liked these updates. I had a good time. It was probably the most enjoyable that I have had in Diablo 4. And then 2 weeks before Path of Exile 2, you just kind of announced we have nothing coming. Like,
2 weeks before 4 weeks before Path of Exile 2, they announced they have nothing coming. No. They talked about what is for the mid-season. It's not like they said Season 7 isn't coming and there's nothing new in Season 7. It wasn't supposed to be I don't get it. It wasn't supposed to be about Season 7. Why are we drumming on about what they announced, what they didn't announce for Season 7?
It's just not really a smart move. Your competitor is releasing a major game. People are going to, you announce nothing's coming. People are just going to play your competitor's game for a while. And then Season 7, if it's a whole nothing burger, they're going to continue to play the competitor's game.
Yeah, of course.
Season
but
7, I'm talking the season.
That's hardly gonna.
Should be quite good. Because if you remember Season 6.
If Season 7 is a nothing burger, of course they're going to play PoE 2.
And the bonus, the seasonal mechanic, was the Realm Walkers. Well, the Realm Walkers were up there with Season 3 in terms of boring seasonal mechanics. We're literally doing escort missions with the Realm Walkers. The rewards were kind of cool. Everyone liked the Opals, but the only reason Season 6 didn't actually get flamed was because the expansion had rumors and new class, mercenaries, and new campaigns. Everyone was busy with the expansion. Make no mistake, Season 6 was a miss in terms of the actual mechanic. So Season 7 brings seasonal mechanic, needs to actually be a banger, not a filler, because the filler was actually the Season 06 mechanic, and the people that don't know
And the Season 05 and the Season 4.
Very boring season. Seasonal mechanics are extremely important. If you remember Season 2, you have this really cool power-based mechanic. We need to go
Okay,
back
let's
to
not
these.
drum
At some
Season 2
point,
up to be
we went
more than it
from
was, yeah.
Season 1 gives you, these things, these sockets. You put these malignant hearts in there, and it gives you new powers. Season 2, you get these blood powers. We went from like having power-based mechanics to farming-based mechanics, which the season
Yeah.
just does this new event that you
With that
go
being
and
said, there was
farm,
plenty
and
of
it just
farming in
gives you the
Season 2
same
as well,
shit
but
that's
yeah.
already in the game. People like these power-based mechanics. In my opinion, Season 7 needs to go back to the concept of actually making the seasons important. You still need to have patches, delivering content. You still need to have bosses added to the game, unique items, mythic, and balance changes. You still need that. But we are somewhat forgetting the importance of seasonal mechanics in an ARPG. The whole reason people come back and
Why
leave
are
the
we
game and
talking
come back
about
and
this
leave
as
the
if
game.
they
All of
announced that the
ARPGs
Season
is to
7 isn't
try
gonna have
out
a
the new
mechanic?
season. Do a test real quick. Do you remember what Season 4's mechanic was? Can you remember it? It was the season of the Wolf Reborn. There was actually no seasonal mechanic. They had reintroduced and reworked the previous part of the game. So that season was about fixing the game, basically. They had to remake items. Season 5 was the season of the Inferno Hordes. It was the, well-received room in which you fight a bunch of monsters. But the point of that was to acquire materials, new items, etc., for the implementation.
There was no season mechanic for 4, 5, and 6.
There wasn't any
It was
new
reworks.
additional power mechanics. So Season 4 was reworking. Season 5 was a way to acquire from the reworking. And then Season 6 was Opos, which are just a way to get more experience. It's this new mechanic, again, to acquire stuff that's already in the game, like rewards, masterworking materials, etc. All three of these are not power-based mechanics. It was actually only Season 1, 2, and 3, the first 3 seasons of the games, that added Malignant Hearts, which were more powered. Season 2 added the Vampire powers, which were more powered. And Season 3 gave you the Robot. We actually haven't had a return to a power-based, character-based mechanic in the game yet. Now, I don't believe every season should be a season of a power mechanic, but it would be interesting to go back and dip our toes a little bit into this with how well received Season 2 was. And even though the Season 3 vaults, in my opinion,
I already just screwed this one up because I was watching the video.
there was a good design implementation behind the robot, where you sort of had skills and all of these like support gems in order to modify it. This was an interesting concept that hasn't been explored in many seasons. I appreciate the campfire chats because we get transparency, we get to see in the thought process and things like the Spiritborn bugs, the class balances, and we get to hear what their thoughts are about the current positioning of the game, the fixes that needed to be made, and the advancement for the future. But I would encourage going
But then
forward
why are we
that
complaining?
the advancements into the future tend to be a major priority to how people are feeling. They know the current state of the game because they just played it. So we want to be encouraging our player base that love Diablo, that want to log in every day, and reward those players that are continually logging in still a year and a half later, that we are going to continue to deliver exceptional content over and over and over again. We want to wow people with the amount that you are willing to offer them, even when you do not need them. My closing argument would be that balance changes, bug fixes, and class updates should never be considered a part of a season or a part of a major content update. These should always be considered bare minimum changes that are needed to continue the health of the game.
What the fuck? Of course they need to be part of a season. The fuck are you talking? They're not a seasonal. What do you mean? Are you sure you've thought that through, man? Of course they need to come seasonally. Otherwise you're gonna get the fucking rug swept out from under you while you're playing a season. That's why they do it seasonally. They're not a seasonal theme or a seasonal feature or anything, but they come with the season because then you get a chance to start over, so you don't get the rug pulled out. It's a fresh reset, so you're not getting your current characters ruined because they're going to Eternal Realm anyways. That's why they come with the season. It's not a feature of a season. It's not like they're like, oh, for this season we're gonna do the Barbarian season and we're gonna buff it to all hell like the first fucking 5. Yeah, no, it's just, that's just the way it works. Like, you have a seasonal game, most balance is gonna be seasonal. so that people don't get their characters ruined. Big surprise. What, am I missing something?
Fixing a problem is not akin to creating something new in the game and should not be perceived this way. I'm not saying that's necessarily what they are saying with the things like this campfire chat that came out, but it has been pitched before, like with Season 4, the reworking of the game and the fixing of that was Loot Reborn. That was the entire season. That was a one-off exception because itemization was badly needed to be changed and was a well-received update. But in my opinion, that was not new content that was coming to the game. That was a fixing of issues that were related to the game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't new content.
This still
It was
falls
shit.
in
But
that same
they had to do the
category, in
patch,
my
right? Like,
opinion. It's a bug fix, it's balance changes, it's class updates in terms of just percentages and numbers and a few new multipliers. It's not new content, and in my opinion, should be a very small part of what hopefully Season 7 has a very large amount of other additions coming to the game. I would even...
but it was not for Season 7, though. It was for the mid-season patch, where they were just trying to buff up things that were slightly underperforming, or generally speaking, bring things up in power level. And the reason they're doing it in the mid-season patch is because the Spiritborn is so fucking overpowered that buffing all the rest up to closer to where they want them to land, what I'm assuming is everything except the Spiritborn landed a little lower than they wanted, and the Spiritborn obviously landed way higher. So now they want to bring everything up a little bit and drag the Spiritborn way down for Season 7. But because the Spiritborn is fucking blasting and all the others are pretty equal, they just bring them up a little bit before the season comes, which is when they would have done it anyways. It's just a mid-season thing. Why are we speculating into the Season 7? I don't get it. I'm confused.
even extend this to things like the Armory. If the Armory is going to be a major sales pitch of Season 7, it might be a reason for people to log into the game. But it's not a seasonal mechanic. It's not a major content update. It is something that should already have been in the game a year and a half later. We should be focusing on bringing Mephisto major boss fights. We should be focusing on new items and itemization, new ways of crafting, and new ways to further endorse our characters with power mechanics, just like we've done in Season 2, Season 1, and I hate to say it, but even Season 3 had this as well.
I mean, I completely agree with him, but I don't see any evidence that that's not what they're doing.
Yes. Season 7, Campfire Chat, and I'll see you all there.
I don't know if I just completely missed the point of it, but it feels like to me like that was a video based on people thinking that yesterday's campfire was for Season 7. And people thinking, oh, well, they said Season 7 is not going to have anything. Yeah, the last 3 seasons has been ass, right? Like, they haven't made a season for 3 seasons. They've been doing other shit. And whether or not you want to give Blizzard a pass for that or not is up to you. I think it's lazy. I think with the amount of money they're bringing in from this game, I think it's not good enough. But I'm also not going to dogpile on them when they say, look, this is the mid-season patch. We're going to announce mid-season change that they've said since Season 2 that we're not going to do massive sweeping changes in the mid-season patch. Then I'm not going to sit there and expect, oh, they're going to fucking bring in new bosses and add all this new content for the mid-season patch. No, of course they're going to save that for the hype for Season 7. They want to bring as many people back in for Season 7. Whoever's played Season 6 and fallen off has fallen off. You're not bringing them back into Season 6. So save all the fireworks for Season 7, right? Like, that's what they're doing. Right or wrong, it makes sense. But how are we... I don't understand how we can dogpile on them for being like, oh, this season's announcement was shit, when it was not the season announcement. Let's see what Rax has to say. If it's me that's just stupid. It might be. Oh, this is Riker. I want to see Rex now. Let's see what Rex has to say. Did it swap? It did swap. Let's go. All right, Rex. Are you of the same?
Let me do an update on what they said, and then I'll give you my opinion.
Okay.
So The mid-season is going to be released next week. We're going to get the patch notes later. We're going to have the patch notes now. The live stream for they're going to have a campfire for season 7 PTR next week. They said that one's going to be a lot bigger than the campfire chat that we just had. They'll have all the new stuff for season 7. We'll see what's going to happen. It's going to happen after Thanksgiving. Then they said that they're very focused as a team on tightening up what they already have made. I guess to me that's bad news, because I think Diablo 4 really lacks a lot of things still. I think we really lack a lot of crafting. I think we really lack a lot of endgame, among other things. If we're just going to be tightening up everything that we already have, it will be making the game better, but is this going to be the giant Kickstarter that we need to really take Diablo 4 to the next level? It certainly doesn't sound like it. I really hope that the stream next week does this for us, but it doesn't sound like that's what we're going to get based upon.
That makes sense. Focus on tightening up what they have. That sounds very much like not much new things is coming. That is fair. And I agree with him here. This makes sense. Like, Diablo needs stuff. And if they're just tightening up, we're not going to get stuff. That makes sense. I don't necessarily think that this means that the season mechanic isn't going to exist. But maybe. We'll see.
Upon what they said. In the mid-season, they said they're not nerfing the Spiritborn, and they're bringing the other classes up to the level of a bug-fixed Spiritborn. I think this is probably their best. They asked me my opinion on this a few weeks ago, and this is exactly what I told them to do, and here's why. If you nerf the Spiritborn mid-season, right now, all the casual players who are enjoying the Spiritborn and they've invested all of their time into one character, maybe they're a master working level 6, and they've been following the Maxwell guide or whatever, if all of a sudden that you nerf it, they are not going to forgive you for that. They're going to hate you for that. And you didn't nerf, as they said, Ball Lightning in Season 2. You didn't nerf Lightning Spear in Season 5. You just let it ride. And
you didn't nerf Barbarian for 5 seasons.
It does suck for the other classes, though, because comparatively, the other classes suck now compared to the Spiritborn. That's the bad part. The problem with the Spiritborn mostly is bugs. It's not that if you took out all the bugs that the Spiritborn would still crush every class. I still think they would be the best class, but it wouldn't be by nearly as much. So the fact that they're letting it ride, I think, is the best situation for the really casual players. It sucks for the blasters, who are sick of just hitting for 20 trillion damage, but it is what it is.
Why does it suck for the
Bringing the other
blasters?
classes up to
You can blast harder.
bug-fixed level of the Spiritborn would put them in a good position for Season 7, and we went through here and saw what they're going to do. They said there's going to be more than this, but essentially, Barbs are getting their core skills buffed, Druids have their key passives, Necros, their basic skills. I don't really know of any basic skill build for Necros, but maybe this will create one. Rogues, core skills, and key passives. So Victimize is getting buffed. This has been the million-dollar question for Rogues for a long time. Victimize was like the greatest thing ever, and then it was terrible, and then it was the greatest thing ever on the PTR, and then they nerfed it. Now they're buffing it again. It's like severe whiplash over here. Key passives for sorcerers, and Spiritborn is just getting the skills buff that nobody ever uses. And they're buffing a ton of bad legendary powers and uniques. I don't know if this is going to be enough to make everybody super excited to log into the mid-season event, but I guess at a minimum it's going to make things better in Season 7. They're going to buff unused rune words. They're going to buff the shrines so they scale with you and your Paragon level. They specifically called out the Conduit Shrine. One thing for me in particular with the Conduit Shrine is it's not just a function of it doing more damage. Like
yeah, he's going to say it takes away your control of your takes away your character.
I feel like if they wanted to keep the Conduit Shrine as it is, where it takes away the power of your character, then I think that they should make it work way better. I think you should just move way faster, and you should just zap everything for 30 seconds and just destroy everything.
Yeah.
Just turning up the damage here doesn't really do it for me if I'm being
Yeah, I agree. The
completely
Conduit
honest.
is trying to shit. Either go back to Diablo
Now
or
here
make it
came
absolutely
kind of the million-dollar
disruptive.
question. What events are you going to release in the mid-season that are going to make us want to come back and play? And they're bringing back the old event that they had, the Red Cloak Tour from last year, and the Mother's Blessing buff for like XP and stuff that we get every time. And they have a welcome back booster, which is going to be good, I guess, for the super casuals.
That's for
because the
Eternal Realm.
welcome back booster gives you all of the altars of Lilith, but any even kind of remotely serious player of Diablo in the last year and a half has collected the altars of Lilith by now. So this
Am I looking at this wrong? Because to me, like, let's go back and hear so there's some context, because it's a little bit ago.
casuals, because the welcome back boost to make us want to come back and play.
Let me find it again.
And they're just turning up the damage here.
Okay.
Doesn't really do it for me if
It's
I'm
coming
being
here.
completely honest. Now here came kind of the million-dollar question. What events are you going to release in the mid-season that are going to make us want to come back and play? And they're bringing back the old event that they had, the Red Cloak Tour from last year, and the Mother's Blessing buff for like XP and stuff that we get every.
So, is it just me, or are you not supposed to bring people back into the season? Is that... I don't think the mid-season patch is intending to bring people back to the season. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that is for the ones that are still playing. Maybe they get to play a different build. Maybe they get to do a little fun. If people are still enjoying Diablo, maybe it would be fun for them to swap build up. Oh, the Ice Spear Sorcerer just got to change to the Legendary. Maybe I'll play that, right? I don't think you're dragging people back in for the mid-season. I don't think that's what the events are for. I don't think that is for the ones that are still playing. You're dragging people back in when the new season comes in. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but I don't actually think that they're all that concerned about bringing people back as much as they want to keep the ones that are there. Because again, the ones that are there might be whales, right? Which is where most of their money comes from, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong.
Every time. And they have a welcome back booster, which is going to be good, I guess, for the super casuals, because the welcome back booster gives you all of the altars of Lilith, but any even kind of remotely serious player of Diablo in the last year and a half has collected the altars of Lilith by now. So this is just, it's like for anybody like watching the stream or watching my YouTube, if any of you are watching this, there's probably almost none of you that don't have your altars of Lilith, because if you're just consuming Diablo 4 content,
Yeah, there shouldn't be too many people getting anything out of that, but
hate collecting them. So an event that we already had before, and a buff that we've already had 100 times, and the welcome back booster that has nothing to do with the audience that I'm talking to almost entirely. I'm struggling to find how I'm supposed to get excited for the mid-season event. They had a Q&A. They're going to make maxing the Codex powers easier, because a lot of people don't know the Ancestral has 5 extra tiers, but when you get a non-Ancestral and it's maxed, it shows it that it's maxed, but it isn't maxed. And then the ranges of the Ancestral go from the bottom of a non-Ancestral to 5 tiers higher,
yeah,
which is why
that's
it makes
bad.
maxing them so impossible. I think they said that this change is coming in Season 7, if I remember correctly, so it's not even going to happen now. They're not planning to change the grind to 300. A lot of people have said that it's very daunting.
Yeah,
another issue
I think
that
it
they
needs to
didn't
be
really
nuts.
talk about is, in my opinion, it's not very rewarding either. And it doesn't need to be rewarding in terms of character power, but the cosmetics there aren't really there either. So
I mean, that's a personal preference, right?
yes,
Like,
that's
it
really
can't be
good.
rewarding when it's
They
this
said
fucking
bottleneck
hard.
materials will
Or hard.
change in Season 7
long.
if you don't have your rawhide or something, but not drastically. And they said, like, with the mid-season patches, like, don't expect new content pieces. So, you know, we're going to get, like, these kind of events that we've had before. Don't expect new things. The new things will be on the season launches. said they are trying to fix all the crashes from the engineering team. They will look at changes for tempering, but they didn't seem like they were going to do anything currently. And they hinted very strongly that the armory is coming in Season 7. So they did say that the patch notes coming out next week for the mid-season thing will be much more in detail than these things that we see here. So I will read them, I will cover them. I can make a tier list or something how I think it's going to be. But if I'm being completely honest, this campfire chat has kind of taken the wind out of my sails for the mid-season thing. I do think it is positioning Season 7 to be a much better version of the game, but probably the most disheartening thing to me was just talking about how we're just tightening up what they have. I really hope that they didn't mean this for like the next several months and seasons, that we're not going to get anything new. I hope that that's not what they meant.
I mean, I agree with him here. I hope that is not what they meant either. That's not how I thought about it yesterday.
But they reiterated it a couple of times. So, yeah, I'm still here really hoping that Diablo gets a real endgame. I'm just begging for it. I hope we can get some info in Season 7. The armory is going to be really cool. I do really want that, but that is... I mean, that should have been in the game a long time ago, right? So
yeah, it should have released with it, man. But the game came out like a year before it was done.
Nancy here, but that's the mid-season update.
I'm much more on board with that video. I don't agree with the whole event thing. I don't know what fetish he has for events at the moment. Like, and I don't think that you're meant to bring people back in the mid-season patch. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the mid-season patch is for the ones that are already playing. Like, that's just to have the ones that are still playing, keep them happy with giving them a little bit of something, right? Like, super casual players might like the holiday events, like, ooh, I can collect some cosmetics or something, right? Like, stuff like that. Like, I really don't think mid-season patch is supposed to be like bringing somebody back that's already Paragon 300, or bring somebody back who's already cleared 150, or bring somebody back who's already, I don't know, done whatever they wanted in the season. I really don't think that's the purpose of it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really think that thing is just for the ones who are already playing to get a little bit more fun out of the season. Just maybe a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a change in scenery, a little bit of change in build, a little bit of change in characters, maybe a little power boost, maybe if you're capped out your rogue or your whatever, right, and you're hitting the wall, right, you can't go further, you can't really get any upgrades. Now, whoop, big juicy buff to characters. Maybe you swap build. There's some novelty in that. Boom, boom, boom. And maybe you get to do 5, 10 pit tiers higher because you swap build or because you got buffed. I think that's the point of it. Less so, yeah, we want to bring people back. All right. So definitely more on board with Riker than I was with... Sorry, Rex than I was with Darth microtransaction. Let's see what Riker has to say.
Hey folks, this is Riker, and
Hello,
we just
Riker.
had today the Diablo 4 mid-season patch dev campfire chat. And I'll start by giving you the super brief summary version of the chat. Meta is not changing. There's going to be another campfire chat next week that's going to be a lot beefier, a lot longer, have a lot more details. It's going to be about Season 7, patch 2.1 specifically.
I think it's a little unfair to say meta is not changing because that depends on how you define meta. Yeah, the Spiritborn's going to be the best. That's not changing. Spiritborn is going to be, well, better than before, but not really because it's just buffed the things that nobody uses. But I mean, some of the changes to the other classes might change what you play. So if you're looking at meta as just Spiritborn, sure, it's not changing. If you're looking at meta as to, okay, which is the best bard build, which is the best rogue build, which is the best farm build for this and that and that might change.
Where all the big changes are going to be happening. But for the mid-season patch, which is landing next week, they are not nerfing the Spiritborn. They are buffing all the other classes, but they are not buffing all other classes to where Spiritborn is now, so ultimately, meta isn't really going to change. So that's the super quick version.
Okay,
Lots
so
more
he has
details
a very
coming
narrow
next
view
week,
of
but
meta.
now we'll
Meta
go
is just
through the
what
changes
is
that are
the
happening,
single best thing to play.
the
Okay.
design philosophies that they have explained,
I don't agree with
why
that.
they are doing things the way they are doing, what changes are happening, and why they're not really going to shake up the meta. So first off, they did acknowledge that the Spiritborn is too strong, and they said this is largely due to unintended interactions, as well as some balance issues. They said other classes, however, are performing well with regards to balance amongst themselves. So while the other classes, again, Rogue, Necromancer, Barbarian, Druid, and Sorcerer, their relative power levels amongst those 5 classes are in a good spot. It's just the Spiritborn is way too high. And it seems outside of Spiritborn overperforming, they seem pretty content with the current state of things. Material bottlenecks, material drop rates, that at launch of season wasn't in a, an ideal spot, but after some patches, things now seem to be largely under control. They like that there's a lot.
I never ran into that bottleneck. Like, I still haven't run into it, but I haven't masterworked that hard. Where are they? But I have like 126,000 rawhide and 113. I don't know what people have been doing. If you're just spamming the pit, I guess you don't get any. I guess I've been doing a lot of nightmare dungeons. That's why I have shit. I never ran into this bottleneck. It's confusing me.
A lot of different builds that are Torment 1 viable. They seem to be having
Homeless
Torment
man.
1 be that point of, that's where they want all builds to be viable. Again, Torment 4 is just, you're more efficient, but you can get everything in Torment 1. Overall, they seem happy with the structure that the game is in currently, and they want to work on refining and tuning what they have now, as opposed to doing massive reworks like we've seen over the last couple of seasons. And they also concede that Ancestral drops to be a little bit on the low side, and we'll have more details to share there. Now, when it comes to balance, they have 2 general design philosophies. The first is that they want players to feel like they can be strong and powerful and break the game, so the whole power fantasy side of things. And the second philosophy is that they want parity in power amongst the classes. They don't want one class significantly stronger or one class significantly weaker. And they admit that when the game launched, they leaned too heavily on the parity part and not enough on the power fantasy part, which is why they were basically playing whack-a-mole. When a build would rocket up, they would just knock it back down, and everyone hated that, so they changed that approach, and starting in Season 2, they would just sort of let, if a crazy powerful build was found, like Ball Lightning in Season 2, they would just let it run and adjust next season. And overall, players seem to prefer that significantly, which...
Is it just me, or is that really low-hanging fruit? Like, he's literally just rephrasing what they said. Like, when are you gonna come to the content? When are you gonna say something new? Like, when are you gonna hit on something? It's 3
has led
minutes
them
in.
to make the decision to not adjust the Spiritborn this season. They concede that people have spent, dozens of hours building their characters.
Also,
and
why
now
is he lagging?
in a patch, they suddenly pull the rug out from under people in the middle of a season. It's not a great experience. So again, unless there is some negative impact on performance, as in computer performance, right? Server lag, or there's so much crap on screen that it's like dropping everyone's FPS. Those are situations where they will intercede, and that's why they nerfed the Evade Spiritborn build, because it was causing server lag or performance issues. So in cases like that, yes, they will step in and nerf, but outside of that, they'll
Bro,
let
it's
the
been
build
5 minutes. You're still just
run
giving a
out
summary.
its course throughout the rest of the season. But for Season 7, expect the Spiritborn to be brought down in power significantly. They're going to fix all those unintended interactions. And they're also planning to just overall nerf the Spiritborn a little bit. It doesn't sound like they're going to kill the Spiritborn. But basically the buffs that other classes are getting now in the mid-season patch are to help bring those classes in line with the power level that they intend the Spiritborn to be in Season 7. And they did address the
So if it's not
popular comment of,
screen?
why, just buff all the other classes up to the Spiritborn. And they explain that if they just keep doing that, right? If they just always, anytime there's a runaway build,
buff
they
everything.
buff everything else up to that build, and then next season another runaway build, and they buff everything up, then they'll just have to keep adding more torment levels. And this is Riker speaking, like, what's the point at that point? You're just on a treadmill where everything is just always going up. Your numbers are going up, and the monster numbers are going up, and nothing has any meaning. This is how you get runaway power creep. This is what happened in Diablo 3. This is how we had over 20 different difficulty settings, and we end up with items that have literally 40,000% damage multipliers. Then they gave us a preview of the class updates that are coming. It is not at all exhaustive. Patch notes will come later in the week. Normally they come right after the stream, but I guess they weren't finalized yet. Barbarian is seeing some baseline core skill buffs. I think we're seeing about a 20% damage increase across the board there. Buffs to underperforming legendaries and uniques. The Druid is going to get buffs to all key passives. I think about 40% buffs.
I thought everybody was going to get buffs
as well
to key
as
passives.
legendary and unique buffs. Necromancer's getting buffs to all their basic skills. Almost doubling of their damage, I think. They're getting passive buffs, more damage there. Buffs to their uniques. For the Rogue, they're buffing core skills. They're buffing key passives. For the Sorceress, the Fire Sorcerer is being buffed, the Cold Sorcerer is being buffed. They're going to let the new Legendary Aspects scale based on Charge Bolts and Incinerate damage. And then even the Spiritborn is getting some buffs, but it's small buffs to skills that just aren't being used by people. So Razor Wings, Withering Fist, Toxic Skin, they're relatively small buffs, and again, this isn't going to overall increase the power level of the Spiritborn. These are just skills that no one is using. Again, the main intent behind the mid-season patch is to serve as a stepping stone to the next balance patch in Season 7, getting all classes and builds closer in parity to each other. They're also going to buff some of the underutilized runes. Nothing too major there, but again, it's a stepping stone. Bigger changes to runes and rune words will happen in Season 7. They're making changes to shrines. They admitted that conduit shrines feel terrible and are the real cursed shrines of Diablo 4. So now artillery, blast wave, and conduit shrines are going to scale with player level and paragon level. Overall, they're just going to deal a lot more damage. And they said that this is just the first step. They're going to see how players respond to it, and they'll make further adjustments if needed. My guess is this is not going to be enough. Honestly, blast wave and artillery shrines, they don't hurt you, right? So they're always a bonus. They might be an inconsequential bonus, but they're not an active detriment. So nice that they're getting a buff. Conduits, though, because they alter how your kit plays, I still think they're going to end up feeling bad, but you know, fingers crossed, we'll see. Then outside of the mid-season patch, for the rest of this season, we can expect the return of the Red Cloak Horror. They didn't say quite the entire midwinter event. I don't know if that was delivered or not, but at the very least, Red Cloak Horror, the Krampus monster from the holiday event last year, is coming back.
Bro.
They'll have a codex to be a very long tail progression thing, but they do agree that things might be not tuned as you have 200 levels on Eternal and 100 on Seasonal, that you're going to have 300 Paragon levels at the end, right? It's not the level that gets added, but the total XP trophy. Even if for the average player, it is impossible to reach Paragon 300
Let's see
in
what he has to say about
drops, and you know, you've just spent hours of your time with nothing to show for it. No XP, nothing. Now, something that I think they've not yet of things that don't significantly increase your power, but it respects your time, right? Or power. Or something, and we'll learn more about that next week. They were asked about the grind to Paragon 300.
Yeah, there we
Sounds like they currently have no plans to change that. Just in general, between the XP and the Ancestral grind, they want it to be pretty easy to get to a point where your build is online. And they feel
that's
by
good, but I
Paragon
think the 300 is too
you're
wild.
there. And the next 100 Paragon levels is just kind of like incrementally more power. And from personal experience, like those last 50 Paragon levels are almost inconsequential, so they want you to be able to get your build together relatively quickly so that you can get to the playstyle that you want to be running, and then there still is a long-tail chase to completion. And they don't want to make it too easy to reach level 300, because then we're back to where we were previously, where it's, you know, they made it very easy to get to level 100, and then there's basically nothing left to do, right? Killing monsters becomes pointless. Why kill monsters? You're not getting XP. Overall, I am on board with this philosophy. I do like this. I do like that they leave some room for aspirational goals of things that don't significantly increase your power, but it it respects your time, right? It's like, well, you know, if I'm going to spend a day grinding, at least, you know, if I don't find any item upgrades, at least I got some XP out of it. You know, as opposed to in the past, right, you hit level 100 and then you can spend, you know, a day playing, you don't get any good drops, and, you know, you've just spent hours of your time.
Yeah, but that's fine and dandy, right? But it's not just that it's completely unobtainable for most people. Like, I'm 289 right now. I need 669 million experience to get to the next level. It is completely impossible for anybody who doesn't play like full time. No shot.
And with nothing to show for it. No XP, nothing. Now, something that I think they have not yet explained, and I hope that they do, is how XP works after a season ends. I hope and I expect that it works the way it worked in Diablo 3, which is that your seasonal XP gets added to your eternal XP. That doesn't mean that if you have 200 levels on eternal and 100 on seasonal that you're going to have 300 Paragon levels at the end, right? It's not the level that gets added, but the total XP. So I think Paragon 270-ish or 280 is halfway to 300. So if you were, you know, 270 or 280 and 280, then those would add up together to Paragon 300.
No, you just hear that.
Basically, the reason I'm explaining this
I'm
is
289.
if there is a goal, and there is a goal, right?
I'm just over
there
halfway.
There is an objective, there is a reward at Paragon 300. You unlock a mount and a mount trophy. Even if for the average player it is impossible to reach Paragon 300 in one season, they're not going to put in the amount of hours needed to get there. It means over the course of a couple seasons, your Paragon XP is going to add up on your Eternal, and after a couple of seasons, then you're going to unlock the reward. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. They were asked if they have any plans to introduce
No.
mid-season
Are you? No. We're not skipping over that, dude. After a couple of seasons, I have played. Well, I'm on the rogue now, so I can't see, but that's the wrong button. I've played 50 hours on this rogue, right? And I've played closing in on 200, no, maybe closing in on 150, I think, on the Spiritborn. But if we just take the rogue, for many people, 50 hours would take them how many weeks? Like, let's say you play, I mean, if you get to play 10 hours a week, I think you play a lot of video games as a regular person, no? Like 10 hours a week, that's like, it's less than 2 hours a day, right? But can everybody play video games every day? Is that a thing? I mean, 10 hours a week, it would take them 5 weeks just to play as much as I have on my rogue, right? What level is Sovi? He's like 265. If 280 is halfway, I think, was 260, was that 10% of the way? So he's somewhere in the 15-ish%. So it'll take him what? 8 seasons? 7 seasons? 7 seasons to get Paragon level 300. That is not fucking obtainable, bro.
For the time being, the plan really is mid-season to be mostly balance adjustments. Any kind of new mechanics would be reserved for a new season. They mentioned that they're continuously doing stability fixes. They've re-enabled the LSS now. They said anytime a player crashes, it actually sends them a bug report, so their engineers are always getting the reports and they're working at things. They were asked if the scrolls of restoration, the retempering scrolls, could be applied more than once to an item, if that change can be made. They said that they'll listen to feedback. So if you feel strongly about that, you know, keep making your voices heard. The devs will listen. Myself personally, I don't think I've full bricked an item at all this season anymore, ever since the scrolls were added. Then. And not just because of the scrolls, but also the changes to the temper recipes.
No, you're just fucking lucky. I can assure you.
A wardrobe to save builds. They heavily alluded to having more to talk about this perhaps next week. They just kind of said stay tuned. They acknowledged that it's in the works.
Or you're not
and
going
they
for
said
high
stay tuned
rolls
for
at
news
all.
on it. So again, overall, not a whole lot is really changing with next week's patch. I think next week's campfire is going to be far more interesting. What I did enjoy about this campfire was hearing their philosophy. It's nice to hear, yes, this is operating as intended. No, this is not operating as intended. Yes, this is our intention. Yes, this is how we want to approach things going forward. Yes, this is why we are doing this or not doing this. I do have to admit, the mid-season patch is extremely underwhelming to me. I think not shaking up the meta is going to mean that this season is pretty much over for a lot of people. Yes, we've had in the
I
past
don't
runaway,
understand how you can
overpowered
want them to
builds,
shake up the meta.
but never something quite to the extent as the Spiritborn. The power differential is just so incredibly extreme. When we're
Wanting
talking
them
about
to
a factor
shake up the
literally a
meta
million
is
times
so
more
streamer
powerful.
talk,
My
man.
idea would have been
Most
to
people don't have the time to
some
make a new
kind of
build, bro.
mid-season event, maybe, you know, during the Christmas event, right? The Midwinter Blight event. To have something, some kind of fancy magic upgrade that people can have as a temporary borrowed power that would elevate them to the level of a Spiritborn. Not as a class balance change, but just, I don't know, something. Maybe call it the blessing of the Spirit Realm. So that it, you know, the Spiritborn already has it, so they can't benefit from this. But, you know, the other classes get to take this buff, and now they're a million times stronger, so that we can actually be running other classes and not just Spiritborn. But again, under the understanding that this is temporary, it's just for the rest of the season,
fine.
or even maybe just for a few weeks in the season, just to shake up that meta.
That doesn't sound
Otherwise, I don't
super
really
cool,
understand
though.
the point of a mid-season balance patch.
Yeah, you get a buff
Sure,
where
I
you do a
understand that it's to
million%
prepare
extra
us
damage.
more
Yay.
for the state of balance in Season 7, but it
I
feels
guess it
like just
works.
waiting for Season 7 and having all those balance changes at once would feel
I appreciate the
more
follow, Arabo.
impactful, right? People would see, oh, you know, a bigger list of balance changes.
Ooh, whoa,
now you're kind
whoa.
of diluting the impact of the Season 7 patch. But those are my thoughts, folks. Sound off in the comments with your thoughts. And stay tuned. Again, later this week, we're going to get the full patch notes on what's changing in the mid-season patch. We're going to get more dates on when to expect all these other things coming up. I very much am looking forward to the patch 2.1 campfire next week. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to my supporters. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to join Rikers Raiders for more Diablo content.
Oh, let's get a little sultry outro from Riker, huh? Dude, that was just... I thought he was going to give some takes or something. That was just resume. This is what they said. This is what they said. This is what they said. All right, well. Those were the things that I wanted to watch. So I think it's just gameplay now. Dude, that Darth microtransaction, what's it called, video, that got me all kinds of confused. You see how dedicated I am to my YouTube channel? I wish I'd do better job on that. I really do. I don't want to just spit out stuff just to spit it out. But it's hard to be passionate about. I'd much rather stream. Yeah, editing is time consuming. I used to make montages and I really enjoyed it and I would like to do it again, but I just need to, well, first and foremost, I need to be good at video games again. But also I need to play games that are like montage worthy, and there's just not really any that catch my eye at the moment. I mean, Smite 2 is coming out. So there is the dream of going back to that shit. And it would pair well with streaming. So it could be, but there's so many things that changed in Smite, so I'm not sure how successful it would be at getting back into it. I am from Denmark, yeah. It's just, And like with the YouTube stuff, there's a lot of things I would like to do for other games, right? But the only game I can consistently really figure out what to make is Diablo 4. Oh, we finished a Whisper, huh? What did we do to finish a Whisper? We killed Varshan? That was not enough. Was there another pit? No, there was an Infernal Horde one that I didn't see. Yeah, right. That's what... That must be it.
It is done.
We need rings on this bitch. Oh. Max life with attack speed. I mean, it's definitely better than what we have now. Fire resist, then I could swap this, probably. We might get a little upgrade here.
How can I help?
His skill's always cold imbued. What do we have here? Ooh, max level conceited. Let's go. Oh, another ancestral ring. Wait, what did I pick up? Trees of Radiance Resolute. Okay. Here we go. Do we get here? Core skills? Whatever. Okay, you do content, you do editing for content creators? Yeah, I can't afford to pay you, so as nice as that would be, I'm afraid I have to decline. I simply cannot afford that. Cutthroat attack speed. Yeah, okay. Attack speed, that's been the bane of my existence. Come on, attack speed. 9%? Are you kidding me? And what do we want then? Subterfuge cooldown. Oh wait, we not damage per dark shroud. I'm stupid. I just wasted a roll. A good thing it was small. Wait, I need to go check. Let's not just go by what I have on already. Let's go actually check. Maybe it is attack speed on both now. There was some things that changed with the Rouge. Let's see, Dance of Knives. Attack speed. No, it's still attack speed and damage per dark shroud. Okay, we'll look to that then. Let's get the subterfuge going. I mean, that's piss. There's no discussing it. I have 0 to spend on it, so it's not really something that can be discussed or can be talked about or anything. There is $0, 0 USD, 0 euros, 0 Danish crowns, anything in the budget for an editor. There's not really something that can be not worried about or discussed. Oh, that's a good roll. Let's go. We got a ring. We got a ring. Okay, so it's attack speed and so... God damn. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than what we had. Like, we don't want the life on there, ideally. How our resistance is looking right about now. Cold resist is down through the cellar. So they're suggesting lightning resist on one and all resist on the other. I don't have any resist on this one. Baller. We're probably gonna roll the resistance because it's a minimum roll. We can at least get a we can at least get one sorted, right? Like, we'll keep the life. It's better than this, right? Like, it's gonna be this but better. The Dark Shroud cooldown is a little lower though, but it is what it is. We'll have more attack speed on it. 41%, bro. Are you kidding me? 44 cold. Can I get a big one? Can I at least fix one resistance? Cold would be up there. Okay, I am not prepared to spend any more on freaking resistances. We're doing one more. Shadow resistance? It's the same as the cold one though. Also, this is gonna drop my lightning resistance, isn't it? $46 cold. I think lightning is much more likely to kill me actually. So I think we're actually gonna try and get a lightning if we can. Bro, I don't want to spend all this gold. I just made all this gold. All resist? All resist. I put that on right now. Lightning goes to the gutter. So I have cold and lightning at the gutter. I don't see that working. There we go. We will be happy with this. Let's get my thing out. Put it in here. Okay, where are we at now? So everything's pretty much the same. Lightning is better. We might actually cap lightning resist. And then what is it that we want on it? You enter or break stealth. Opportunist. $57th, okay. That's not what I want. Okay, bro.
Let's have a look.
Opportunist. So it's on 57.8. I don't know, man. It didn't go up. See damage per Dark Shroud. Quite a bit of reduction here. We want to hit attack speed though. Max life, we don't want to hit that. Did I not cancel? Oh lordy lord. That was a waste. Ooh, attack speed, let's go. We hit it once, that's enough for me. Damage to Dark Shroud, we have 2 damage ones. Do I just... I think I just leveled it. Oh, big. Also this one, what does it hit? Dude, I think I am actually. This one actually has attack speed, greater affix, so I think I'm gonna try and hit it. There we go. One more. Damage, I'll take it. It's fine. Ah, whatever. It's still better than what we had. And then we have these. I'm gonna want to hit Dance of Knives, but I'm not gonna bank on it. Ah, movement speed is good. Movement speed is very, very, very movement speed. Brrr. Okay, we should be stronger.
That looks worn. I can fix it. There's that.
We should be stronger. Let's go Horde again. Oh yeah, holy shit. This does not feel like a small up. Holy. We should go do an 85 and see the difference. I mean, things were dying quick before as well. But I don't feel like the elites were getting 2 shots more often than not. If not 1 shot. Summoned Hellborn, let's go. This was pretty good. I mean, we're not a spirit born, but... Ah, bro, really? Guess it has to be the elites. Oh, they died. Oh, Jesus. I thought I was going to go back and kill the Hellborn after I killed the elite. Dude, things feels like they're spawning slow this time. It's because there's things stuck down here that I haven't... They're kind of holding the wave up. If that's how it works, it's dog shit. Oh, that's bad. Not a good. Surging Hellborn, let's go. Early surging? Nah, mid-wave surging, I guess, but... It's not a 10er, it's an 8er. Damn. Surging again? Okay. Now we're talking. This has the potential to go nuts. Oh yeah. Yeah, keep them coming. Oh no. If I get one more surgeon, they might almost spawn a new wave by themselves. Hellfire range, stalking devil, bursting fiend. I think so. 3 waves. It can give me 21. There is the chance of burning Hellborn. I think I gamble on the burning Hellborn. Dude, things are not spawning quick enough. Am I gonna get another event? No, probably not. Yeah, I did. No, it's Hellborn. Jesus. Let's see. Exalted Hellborn. That's a big one right now. Like, don't get me wrong, surging would be better, obviously, but surging is just quite frankly overpowered. Who's rising? I would like some more Hellborn game. I see them. Oh, 2 of them at the end. Let's go. Massive. Oh, jeez. Did we get 300 in one wave? And we get... If we get lucky, this could end very well. But quite frankly, we've already gotten a good run before this last wave. That doesn't mean I don't want an exceptional wave again, though. Please and thank you, game. Just Hellborn me up. Juice me up with those sweet, sweet Season 2 mobs. Reskinned in Season 5, I think. Or was it Season 3? Or 4, I mean. Oh, we got one more in us. Let's go. We're gonna end at 900. Holy shit. What is happening here? What? Okay. Oh wait, my obel fell off. There we go. Okay. When it's this many times. Okay, for fuck's sake. Right. Jesus. Sorry about that. Ooh, glove. Wait, I'm on the wrong character for gloves to be exciting. Necklace, though, that's exciting. Okay, we just popped another opal. We really ought to look. There should be a Realm Walker up now at 10, right? It should be starting in 5. I really do need some obeling. This one, was that interested? Attack speed? I don't think so. Let's see. Where there it is. Begins in 3 minutes. Is there anything we can kill? Zir. Zir's a bit of a walk, but I think we can do it. Oh fuck. I was too slow. I was too slow. Psych. Yeah, we have. Going. I always used to go left, but this is so much faster. Okay, follow me. That way we're already snapshot when he comes out. So we don't have to go close to him. And boom. Rip. At least we got this little Vashan thingy. Stop him! Zubo! Alright. Realm Walker time. Wait, where'd it go? There. How'd I get there? Wait, how the fuck do I get there? Kyovershod? Oh, here, I guess. Ugh. Dude, can they just unlock all the teleporter paths that you've unlocked, please? Like, at least make them character... Like, no, sorry. At least make them account bound, right? If you're not gonna let us get them each season, at least let us only have to do it once per season. Like, it is not good. Dude, I think my rogue runs faster than the horse. Guess we might as well get some experience while we're going. So when you go from one zone to the next, it bugs out. And you stop firing. Okay, noted. Oh, there is fucking nobody here. Is that an evade build in the wild? A 282 evade build, bro? Your boy is farming. Oh, 280. Wait, no, 292? Blaster. Can you see? Aw.
Greetings.
Oh, you can't see, okay. I would have liked to see how long he'd played. There is a 282 guy. 120 hours. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh my lord, all the way down here? Brother, man. Oh, I see it. Why did it spawn all the way down here? I guess that's a good thing about being more people, is that you have a higher chance of those things spawning, because it seems like it can be, it's a chance per character that clears the whisper. So just another case of group play being busted. So not only will those mats you get you more boss kills, right? Because there's 2 of you, or 3 of you, or 4 of you, and you can summon it once per summon, right? But you'll actually just get more. Wild shit. We do gold. Gear legendary one is probably the play, but I think the chance of me receiving upgrades at this point are so low that I just want to get the gold to masterwork what I have as quickly as possible. Especially because I tend to save up some gold and then be like, oh, piece of candy on like a rogue or a sorcerer or whatever, like druid I'm thinking of getting. And then boom, we're back to needing to farm gold again, and I didn't get stronger on my Spiritborn. I'll probably try to go moderately hard on the when the Mother's Blessing event comes out. See if I can get 300 in this season. When the Mother's event buff rolls around, I might give it a go. I'm not sure. I don't want to stop playing Valheim though, so if it is going to bleed into the day stream, it's only going to be like once a week or something. Maybe I'll just... could probably do it like Fridays and stuff as well. Dum. Okay, so my feeling is that I got a pretty sizable damage upgrade. So let's try the 85 pit again and see how it goes. Because apart from like the few little levels on a glyph we got, we haven't gained any power since the last time we did it. So that should be more or less inconsequential. Mostly more. Like, it really should not really matter. I'd be surprised if I even got a 0.5% more damage from those upgrades. Oh yeah, things are dying faster. It could have something to do with different mobs as well, right? Like, I do think, generally speaking, the snakes are pretty good. I think the demon and the dogs are bad. That's my feeling on it, at least. I think the snake people are good. I'm not entirely sure about the demons. They might just be average. These shields are definitely bad news. Because they're bugged to all hell, man. This guy is not fucking dying. And then we hit him for 1 billion and he flops. Something feels off. Where are we setting it? Am I getting unlucky with Fists of Faith right now? Is that what's happening? That seems to be what was happening. Okay. It felt a lot more damage in the beginning. Now I'm kind of getting the wind taken out of my sails at the moment. And then sometimes things just explode. It must be Fist of Faith. I mean, it is, but... Some wild gloves, man. They really make the the playstyle, or the like, immediately makes it feel wonky. And sometimes you're doing gazillions of damage, other times you're just nothing. And then some. Come on, Petrify. Did they nerf that shit? I think usually these sea guys are bad. Things are not dying, brother. Oh my god, stop with the knockbacks. Well, it got a reset in. And that reset seems to have been needed. Okay, apparently I had fucked something. Something was at least missing, holy shit. And now we're back to not really doing anything. Not this shit. Ooh. These narrow corridors are not good for me. So far we're gonna end slower than the last one we did. Stop knocking me out of things, come on. Okay, how much must I kill before the boss spawns? Come on. Enough already. Jesus. Okay, this is the most likely place that we'll be able to see. And we get this shit boss. The first one was much better. The second one was worse. We are CCing quick. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hello. Oh, I think I might have something for healthy, right? So that's why the first went faster. And then we probably have something for injured as well. Somewhere. That would be very rogue. Very rogue mechanic. Okay, so overall we got a bit more damage. Not something that's super noticeable. It was in the first floor, but then it kind of teetered off. I'm not sure if I just got unlucky or if I just got lucky on the first floor or what happened exactly. Is this one better? Higher max life roll. Critical strike doesn't matter. Max... No, but it has a bad unique roll.
My hammer sings on your return.
There was some stuff I didn't catch, huh? Caught. Bravo. Okay, so we got 3 gold ones. I pressed the wrong button, I guess. There wouldn't happen to be... What time is it? 20. There should be another Realm Walker coming up. Maybe I should just play one of the shit characters for a bit so I get the reputation grind going.
It is done.
That is an option. I could play Sorcerer for the last half hour. The Sorcerer is basically built. What did we get? Another Resolute. I think we're gonna put them in... Jesus. Wait, these two bolt wills are better, right? Well, they have less life. Maximum resource doesn't matter. It's 1% more dam. If I can be bothered masterworking them, that is. Which I think I can.
There to all something so fine.
Does this one hit all stats? No, it hasn't.
Never seen something finer.
Come on, damage reduction while whatever. Yes, one more of those. Yes. 3?
Use it well.
That's fine. We're losing a bit of HP. We're gaining 1% multiplicative damage.
A good business and fortune to you.
I guess not a massive upgrade or change, but the little things, right? Like all these little things will eventually compound into one big thing. Right. It is better in every way, right? The life is a little less, but it's 1% more damage. I get the same damage reduction. Maximum resource is whatever. So the life is a little bit lower, but that's because I hit it. Yeah, it's better. It's better. It's better. It's better. Better, 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 better. And we get some stuff back. Anything else I've been... I did look at the Fist of Faith, right? Yeah, I looked at those. Just take these out. Take this as well. Take those. Okay, that is super filled. I don't think I left anything else anywhere. I could have. Who knows? Oh, Varshan, let's go. Oh, and then we can maybe just make the Realm Walker. Ooh. I didn't get hit by anything? Wild. Let's see if we can find it. It might not load when we're in there. It should spawn, right? I think it's every 20 minutes, so there should be one, I think. Or is it every 30? I think they said it should be up almost all the time. And I can just never freaking find them. Like, it should be starting now, I think. I don't see it. I wonder if it's something, if it spawns in the Helltide area, then it's just not going. Oh, wow. I don't know. Okay, we can do like a pit. Then we need to put another one in. And we can't even do one of those pits. I don't think. Maybe we just do horde. I don't think the sorcerer's to play tonight. But I kind of do want to. Yeah, we're doing it. The last, like, we're gonna do this pit, and it's gonna, the shit's gonna run out, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna spend another one. I don't have that many. And then we're gonna use one on the sorcerer. And just do some, I guess, some lower tier pits. Just get it. Hopefully get some tempering recipes. Hopefully get some, what are they called? Glyphs? Oh wait, the sorcerer. I wanna play something else on the sorcerer though. Maybe I'll skip it. Do something else instead. We'll see. Maybe it'll be fun when it gets better. Just the playstyle is very much not what I wanted out of it. I was thinking maybe Frozen Orb Sorcerer. Because it's sort of the same playstyle, it just looks cooler. I don't know. Let's go, Hellborn. Hellborn, wave 1 in a tenor. We like that. By any means, there's no guarantee. But it couldn't start better, at least. So it fills us with hope. It fills us with horror. It fills us with hope that can't get crushed. Okay, Burning Rain. It's not exactly what I'd want, but it'll do the job. Okay, we're gonna be ready to do another reset here. Now, because we did it without the attack speed stack from the dagger. Things are dying. Oh, no, bro. Well, we got the first bad one. We didn't have the option to pick something that wasn't bad. Not a happy camper. Also, why are things spawning so slow? Have I fucked my snapshot here? Dude! I just reset it and then the game says stop. I wonder if we could have gotten another one. Draining, the burning, surging though. Oh shit. I almost picked burning because burning is good, but surging is the tits. If I could just get only surging Hellborn from now on, that would be... the dream. And also obviously then spawning Hellborn in the event. Would be the dream, bro. Where are the Hellborn? There we go. More of them, please. Less of the rest. More of the Hellborn. We're not gonna get another one here, are we? Nah, god damn it. Surging, surging, surging. We're gonna do hordes because it helps us spawn more. Kind of wild that I can actually kill things with blade shift. More Hellborn game. Yes. Yes. No to that one. Yes. More. No. Can we get one more maybe? No, no chance. God damn it. Fucking Devin. So we can get movement speed or we can get a butcher. I'm gonna get... No, wait. I think I have max movement speed now that I got some masterworking stuff. We get butcher. Hellborn. Is he gonna give progression towards the next one? He does. Okay, so butcher is moderately okay. I think that's the best I can call them. Oh, Hellborn spawned right where it was. Maybe we get one more summon. Oh my god, and it's obviously the one that... Oh, we could actually complete it. No, we couldn't. I thought we did. Man. It had such potential. And then it just fizzled out. Just like the song I was talking about earlier today. Such potential, then just... I'm actually gonna get less than I did in the 8th one I did just before. I mean, if we get a surging now, it could go. Oh, spires, fiends, potion cooldown, bro. So I have to pick things I don't want, essentially. The potion cooldown's gonna really suck, but I think it is the best one, so I'll just deal with it. But it is not something that I want to deal with. I just gotta make sure to use a potion here and there. No, not here and there. Just to, I have to make sure I use the potion after the setup as well. Just so that I essentially have one in the chamber. Yeah, this is not it, bro. I mean, surging and a wild roll. Oh, wild run with surging. We have a chance of getting something good. Okay, so far kinda slamming. No, bro, and then this just completely stops it in its tracks. It is actually worse than the 8-rounder we did. We did the little thing. What is this dagger? Dex, max life, and this one? Damage over time. Fuck that. Alright. Time to go a little bit down in pace, I guess. It's time for Sork, I'm thinking. We're just gonna do Pit for a little bit. Pit for a bit. Just to see if we can get some stuff. Then I guess we'll try to get the druid rolling.
We could use the respite, I suppose.
I'm not looking at anything because I can't do it. Looking at any bosses or anything, I can't kill them, so it'd be a waste of time. And we can do this one. Oh, we should get a... Do I know where to put the point? We put it here. Let's just get one of these. It's not really worth it, but at the same time, I might as well get the most out of the shit I'm doing, right? Like, and oh, I do need the opal for the, what's it called? I do need the opal for reputation, right? Yeah, it just really doesn't play the way I want it to. Maybe I set up... Maybe I just fucking go bankrupt and go lightning spear again. I know that'll do what I want. I'm scared that I played the one last season, and the one in this season is just gonna suck ass compared to it. Generally speaking, playing the same build 2 seasons in a row backfires on me more often than it doesn't. Why are you not dying, brother? Jeez. I mean, if this was a push build, it would be cool. Like, it looks cool. I like the explosions. But I just want to run through. And it does not do that. It's not enough. I thought it would be enough. He just refused to die at the end, huh? Oh no, we're running into not being able to upgrade anymore. Jesus. Didn't get a glyph. I don't think I did, at least. Need to find the glyphs. There we are. Guess we'll have to see what we get next time. Now, don't get me wrong, for a push build, this would be insanely cool to play. Like, look at this shit. Just... You go in and you just... Explosions and everything. Possibly a little bit frustrating that you're a ranged character that goes into melee, because that's the way you get the explosions to happen mostly. Not happen. That's how you get the explosions to really hit stuff. And it does seem like the explosions do all the damn. Oh, hello. But for a build, I'm just trying to get to go fast. It's too much casts. It's too much resetting cooldowns. Relying on a lucky hit proc to reset your mana in speed content. So where you don't get all that many hits out because things die relatively quickly. Eh. I did see they were buffing like charge bolts and stuff. Maybe we go back to charge bolt builds? That was a thing in pre-season, wasn't it? Or was it swinging around in ball lightning season? Like, look, they just take no damage until I go brrr. Electrocute? Do we use that? Please let us use that. Tactician, Destruction, Elementalist, Unleash, and Flame Feeder. Have I actually only got one of those still? Ridiculous. And we failed one upgrade so it doesn't go legendary, obviously. Sometimes game. Sometimes game. What do we get here? Incinerate, meteor, firewall. What's here? Ah, fuck that. Oh. I mean, the build is cool. I would have liked more of the damage to be chain lightning and less the explosions, but yeah. And also, oh shit. Well, you can't use ice armor when you're okay, even though it makes you unstoppable. I think I need to hold flame shield then, not just use it to use it. I thought I picked a Conjure Shrine there for a second. Like right now, I'm just hoping that the lucky hits are gonna proc, so that I can do the dam. Holy. Seems like I want to run out of mana, but then build it up really quickly again, because that's what creates the explosion. Which also makes it extremely spammy. And now when nothing's proccing, I don't have any damage because I'm dry. Oh, that is wild. Oh, that is so bad. Did we not get a glyph? Don't think we got a glyph. Chance to heal life. Well, hopefully we're getting tons of Sakharun reputation. That's all we're doing this for, honestly. Just the rep. Because the rep comes with a lot of opals, so we get to play something else. We get to get the opals a little bit efficiently, not efficiently, a little bit easily, other than waiting for the event. It prolongs the season a little bit for us. Like, I would very much like to have every single character fully Torment 4 blasting. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, we leveled up. Sakaroon. Sakaroon. Still no glyph. Do I actually have to drop down to Torment 3 and do a freaking nightmare dungeon or something to get the glyphs I need? Is that actually what's happening right now? Really? Heal? Heal? Really? I guess we could look to see. Nah, because that... I was about to say we could look to see if we have a glyph that's usable for the build that I might want to swap to. But that would require me to know what that is, and I don't. I kind of want to wait and see until the patch notes comes out. See if there's something in there. Like above to chain lightning here obviously would make a difference. But I'm fairly certain that most of my damage is coming from the freaking explosion from the pans. And now we're in this, oh, we were in this weird spot where we just have no mana and nothing is proccing it. Yeah, it's 100% the explosion. It looks cool as fuck though. I guess that's the purpose. How did I reset Tarasha? They changed Tarasha? Is it no longer good enough to just do damage with one thing? Like, Chain Lightning does not reset my Talrajas, but popping Ice Blades does. Oh, that was a bad time to pop the ult. Did we actually get no glyph again? Dude, how am I not getting any glyphs? What's happening? Game? Grant me glyphs, please. There's no way I can do anything in tier 4. I guess I could try and do this. Hopefully there'll be people around. I feel like I'm just gonna die though.
What's still got some good in it?
I don't think the Sakarum is gonna have anything useful for me right now. I think it is just going to be... Well, I don't even think there's going to be opals in this. Well, there was an opal of materials. And some bad stuff.
I suppose I could take that off your...
Let's try and see if people will carry us through it. I can't actually do the realm afterwards, though. Nah, fuck that. Right? Like, I'm still complete. Let's just try a mob out in the world. I don't think I'm actually even remotely close to being ready to tier 4. Nah, the only thing dying here is me. And this is full send. He is not dying. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm not clearing the realm afterwards, so I'm not following the fucking realm walker. It's a little bit sad that we did what? What did we do? Did we do like 4 rifts? Or 3 at least? And we didn't get a glyph? Or did we get 1 and it was useless? I mean, I have a glyph at level 50. And I haven't gotten even one of the ones I need yet, other than that one. Things are not dying. How is it that freaking chain lightning doesn't count? I mean, that has to be wrong. There has to be something wrong. Ain't no way. It's not lightning damage that doesn't work, it's chain lightning. Because teleport works. I think. Let's have a look. No, teleport doesn't work. So lightning damage doesn't work. Wonder if they changed some functionality with it. It's not that it's hard to keep up or anything, it's just you need to be a little bit on it. He is not dying, holy shit. Man, it looks wildly cool. Dude, no glyph again. Wild shit. Conjurer, control. That one's usually good. Territorial is often one that's used as well. I think we do control. That one's very often used. I mean, we're down to 10% to the other one, so it's like, no chance. All right, but this is gonna be it for tonight. I'm tired. We went a little bit over. I want to chill a little bit and go to bed. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. we do Valheim again. We'll be finishing up, hopefully, finishing up the base in the Black Forest, and then we're gonna kill Elder and get into Le Swamp. There's probably a little bit more copper and tin mining to be done. But that's probably, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I think, kind of angle. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Valheim tomorrow, 10 a.m. I hope I'll see you there. Good night, guys.